Pignuts Super Bowl edition. Coming out of retirement, wearing the 4-5 for one episode and one episode only, and then going back into retirement. But we got Pignuts Super Bowl edition back for you ungrateful motherfuckers. And we're going to start with who's back, who's dead, and who's not back but not dead. We got who's back. Wokeness. Wokeness is back, of course, in the year 2023. We got the Church of England to explore gender-neutral pronouns of God. So now God is they, them, I guess. A lot of people used to call God he. Now it's they, them. Church of England getting soft. They're also going to bless same-sex marriages, though they're not going to allow same-sex couples to marry in their churches. New Pope is making all of churches very soft. I mean, of course, not a horrible thing, but pretty soft. They've been standing their ground for 5,000 years. Softening up finally. They, them, God. Gays are fine. Not there's anything wrong with that. On the same path, we got Jesus. Jesus is back. We got this Little Nicky fight going on between the owner of Hobby Lobby is putting $1 billion into a Jesus campaign. I don't know if you watch the Grammys, but it's also going to be on the Super Bowl. There's a Jesus He Gets Us campaign. And it's just a commercial. It's in black and white, and it's just people dealing with struggles and being happy and looking out into the sky, and it's Jesus, He gets us. And I was like, who made this commercial? It's just sponsored by Jesus. Turns out it's the Hobby Lobby owner. He doesn't like all this wokeness. He doesn't like all this other stuff that I'm going to get into in a second. He's trying to push Jesus out there, putting $1 billion of his own money into a 3-year deal to push Jesus He Gets Us campaign. Whether it works or not, I don't think it's worth $1 billion to put into, but it's your money. Super Bowl ad coming. Jesus He Gets Us. Little Nicky fight for good versus evil. Happening right now. Record breaking. Now, I know that we're all aware of a pretty big record that just got broken this week. It's been standing for a really long time. A lot of haters out there preying on their downfall, but they have continued to dominate throughout their career. They had a lot of hype coming out, too. It's impressive to see. And including me, I was a hater. It's impressive to see someone have that much hype coming out and not have much scandals and just continue to grind and be probably the GOAT. Some were saying they're washed and wondering how much longer they could possibly do this. How can they continue to do this at such a high level? That's right. I'm talking about Beyonce becoming the all-time leader in Grammys, surpassing George Solti, who was a classical composer. Beyonce breaking the records. I got to give her props. I was a hater, and now I'm a believer. Beyonce, you are the GOAT. I don't know who you thought I was talking about, but of course it was Beyonce. This is by far the biggest record of any kind broken in recent memory, and especially this week or the past 2 weeks. Speaking of the Grammys, we got devil-worshipping Fear from the Right is back. They feared the pot crisis, and they feared gays, and now they're fearing the devil-worshipping again. The devil-worshipping, they're clutching their pearls at the Sam Smith and the transgender person, the Kim Petras, performing Unholy. And I don't know if you saw this. I mean, it was definitely, I think Sam Smith and Petras are just fucking with them, because it was they were dressed in the most ridiculous devil shit ever, and they were doing this performance, and they're sticking their tongues out and fucking the floor and crazy shit. So everyone's they're doing this devil ceremony on stage, and it's sponsored by Pfizer, and they got the jab, and now they're gay devils. I think Sam Smith just thinks it's hilarious that all the Republicans are worried about devil worship. I don't know if it's anything. Madonna also came out being weird devil shit, looking like an alien, talking weird. She does not look good. Is it devil worship? Yeah, but I think it's just for fun devil worship. But like I said, the He Gets Us campaign needs to come, because there's a lot of devil shit going on. Also, State of the Union. State of the Union's up next. We got Biden out there getting booed and hissed, but he pushed through. Decent performance by Biden. Right now, this is the best performance you're going to get out of Biden. He didn't blow anyone out of the water, but he did fine. Stood there, didn't fall asleep, walked out, went through the boos. Marjorie Taylor Greene, of course, booing and hissing like a trashy asshole she is. Publicans putting out, usually during the State of the Union, the other party puts out their up-and-coming artist. And the up-and-coming artist is Sarah Huckabee Sanders. Of course, that was Trump's press secretary, I think. and now she's the governor of who the fuck cares. She's the youngest female governor of some bullshit state in corn or something. Doesn't matter, but she is gonna. They're pushing her as the head. It doesn't always work. You usually get some names that you think are gonna work. They don't work, but that's who did the other party usually does like what's it called? Like whatever you said, I'm gonna say the opposite. So whatever Biden said, they had her do the rebuttal. Also, Mitt Romney, goat Republican Mitt Romney, was talking all this shit to George Santos, that guy who lies about everything and is horrible and was in drag. He just lied that he doesn't like gay people, but then they found him in drag, and he said, well, I dress in drag sometimes, but it's not gay. He's lied about everything. He lied his parents were in the Holocaust. Anyways, he sucks. He stinks. Mitt Romney told him that you don't deserve to be here. You're a bum. You're a loser. Team Mitt Romney, of course. I think everyone's fine with Mitt Romney presidency. I think if we all just agree to shake hands and we don't want to deal with this, there's too much risk on both ways, give us Mitt Romney. I think that that's the way for America. Who's dead? Harry Whittington. Harry Whittington, the Texas attorney who was shot by Dick Cheney on that hunting trip in 2006. So I don't know if you remember, Dick Cheney goes on this hunting trip, shoots his boy in the face, survives, but he just died. Harry Whittington. Next, we got the Chinese spy balloon. The Chinese spy balloon. This was a big story. There's this balloon flying over us, and the Chinese are spying on us. Of course the Chinese are spying on us. Everyone's spying on us, and we're spying on them. That's the whole point of satellites and all this other shit. They have some stupid balloon that we think that, what are they going to do with the balloon? It doesn't matter. Everyone's making a huge uproar. The pubs are saying that, Biden, you're super soft for not shooting this balloon down. Eventually, he shoots it down near South Carolina, where I guess it couldn't hurt anyone, and it was whatever. The Chinese are mad that we shot their balloon down. Pubs are saying it wasn't quick enough. Turns out, the FBI or whoever released that they'd already flown 3 balloons over during Trump's presidency, and we didn't say anything, and Trump didn't shoot them down, and Trump didn't warn us about anything. So balloons were always around. Every country spying on every country. Not a big deal. Fuck the Chinese spy balloon, though. Glad it's dead. Dr. Phil. Dr. Phil is dead. He's ending after 21 seasons. I think everyone's over Dr. Phil. I think everyone's pretty happy he's dead. Catch me out, girls. Catch me outside, girl. She's the best. She's hot now. She's legal to talk about that she's hot now. Dr. Phil, you're dead. Tom Brady. Tom Brady retired. He's dead. Can I see him coming back again for like the 49ers or the Raiders? I could. He's making weird underwear pictures. Seems like he still wants to do something. He's about to get paid bank from Fox broadcasting, so we'll see. I don't know. I think he's officially dead this time. The Nets. The Nets are dead. They traded Kyrie Irving to the Mavs, and of course Kyrie stinks, so whatever, and they got Spencer Dinwiddie back or something, and some other players, and they're like, all right, we'll build around Durant, and even though Ben Simmons is horrible and the worst contract in the league, like, whatever, we got pieces, and we got Durant, we're still good. Nope, turns out Durant doesn't like that either. Durant says, trade me. They trade him to the Phoenix Suns, blockbuster trade that just happened. So now they have a ton of draft picks. They're tanking. They have Ben Simmons as their star. No one likes that. They're dead. They're dead. They might be back in like 8 years, but they're dead for now. Lastly, on who's dead, we got waiters. Waiters. Biden's been saying that we need to go after the billionaires and we need a billionaire tax, and I'm not going to look into anyone making any families making under 400,000, and we're not, we want to tax the rich. Nope, turns out they're lying again. They're going to tax the waiters and the service industry people. They're coming after a tip tax, and where whatever company you're working for can report the tips you're making, so you get double fucked and you can't hide your cash tips. They're always going after the little person. Doesn't matter if they're Democrat or Republican. They're going to fuck you. Waiters are dead. Who's not back but not dead? LeBron James. All-time point leader LeBron James. He broke the record. It's cool. I mean, he was going to break it. It's not like it was, played that long. You're going to break it. So he's the all-time point leader. It's impressive. But the Lakers, they're in shambles. They lost to the Thunder that night. AD didn't even stand up to congratulate him. Westbrook is horrible. He just got traded. They're like the 16th seed in the Western Conference. So, yeah, it's cool. He wants to play with his son. It's impressive. It's not Beyonce. Next up, we got DeSantis-Trump beef. Trump, kind of back on social media, posts this picture of DeSantis. I guess DeSantis used to be a teacher in school, in like a high school. Post a picture of DeSantis with like 4 15-year-old girls around him all drinking and him like arms around them. And he's like, that's not who I think it is it? That can't be DeSantis. Basically like hinting that DeSantis is a pedophile scumbag who not only gives underage girls alcohol but also fucks them. DeSantis strangely comes out and doesn't say that's not him. He just says, I'm focusing on the economy and, you know, this is where woke goes to die in Florida. So Trump's like, you're basically saying that is you and that you fuck girls. And he's like, who's to say? Weird vibes. I didn't even realize that DeSantis used to be a teacher. Trump is coming for the kill shot. DeSantis been on weird vibes lately. I think Trump's building a lot of steam. Think DeSantis may be dead. He's not back but not dead. The beef is not back but not dead either. Think it's going to heat up and be back though soon. Tony Romo, of course, came out hot in the booth when he decided to be an announcer. CBS loved it. He's gotten off his game lately. People are worried about him. They had to do an intervention. CBS had to do an intervention and tell him he has to be more prepared. He's been regressing. I guess he's not paying as much attention. He's getting lazy. Just trying to shoot from the hip during games. And, man, that pass is, pretty tight from whoever that is. Not great. Tony Romo intervention. Now everyone's getting worried they're going to pay Tom Brady way too much money, and he's also going to regress. Greg Olson's doing all right, but, risky move to throw big bags at these guys. Lastly, who's not back but not dead? Pignuts. Pignuts coming in 2 in the rankings this month. That's a bummer. Bird Beaks got me. Also me for not going on the skiing trip. I'm dead. I'm not back but not dead for that. Might be dead for that. But Pignuts, very disappointing. Bird Beaks coming in 1 is very disappointing. And what is that? Do you hear something? Fire!
Whoa! Take that, porkers! Incoming!
Bok, 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 baby. That's right. This isn't Pignuts. This isn't Bird Beaks. This is Pig Beaks. Bird Nuts. Nope, I like Pig Beaks better. This is Pig Beaks. Now look, I get it. Okay? You're happy to see me, you're happy to see him, you're happy to see me, you're happy to see him, you're happy to see me with him. But we've got serious fucking business to attend to, boys and girls of the No Fun League. Starting with social media rewind. First up is Saul, who in 2012 posted this anti-Semitic picture with public enemy number 1. It is unreal to leave this picture up after everything he said. After all this time, think of the Jews you're disappointing, Saul. Doja Cat, the family from Schitt's Creek, Judah from Judah and the Maccabees, Matisyahu. Saul, you're canceled. Next up is Bernatsky, who wins Caption of the Century. Take a look at the top right corner. Pretty sweet to just shamelessly leave Pussy Fight up for all to see. Even better is Avi's comment, eat it up, Siegel, which is funny, because Danny loved a pussy. Next up, Gins is back. This post from 2015 of him showing off that he can both run and take a selfie to prove it reads, way up I feel, #blessed, which left me and many others saying, throw up I feel, #gross. Gins' posts aren't all bad though. I did find this one, and I like it very much. Next up is Gold, who maybe thought he was impervious to all of this because he doesn't have social media. But joke's on him. His wife has lots of social media. No real burn here, just impressed that you were brave enough to wear one of Kaufman's jackets to your rehearsal dinner. Ding! Speaking of Kaufman's jackets, what the fuck is this? What is this? Now, I know this isn't a true social media rewind, but I could not let this photo slide. I always knew Roodles. I was into subs and doms, leather whips, ball gags, spiked paddles, furries, anime, and really weird underground shit like Avi. But I had no idea she had a fetish for making you role play as Darth Helmet from Spaceballs. You really have found a fucking winner here, dude. Please give us the green light to start planning your bachelor party soon. Bye!
All right, we are on to Pig Picks of the Week. Super Bowl Pig Picks of the Week. We got some cool props, we got some regular props, and we got, of course, the pick of the game, the big game. First, we're going to start with Jalen Hurts over 31.5 pass attempts. He's averaging 29.9 pass attempts per game and hasn't cleared 25 in either of the playoff games. But we're playing the Chiefs. Game script is going to be high. They're going to be passing at a high clip. Chiefs are going to try to get as many points on the board as they can. It's going to be less of a defensive battle here. Jalen Hurts is going to have to throw. His shoulder's feeling a little better. Give me over 31.5 pass attempts on him. Mahomes under 289.5 passing yards. He's hit 290 in 12 of 19. But the Eagles have only allowed more than 216 in 1 of 19 games so far this season. So, while Patrick Mahomes is a better quarterback than they have played all season, that's still about 70 more yards than they've allowed all season. I think the Eagles' defense is very good. I think the Chiefs are going to have to run if they want to win. They're going to try to get in a shootout, but Eagles' defense is very good. Give me Mahomes under 289.5. Lastly, we got Goddard over 44.5 receiving. He's been over 44 in 10 of 14 games. Chiefs are pretty average. They're like 19th in the league against tight end. Dallas Goedert, very good. I think, of course, I'm favoring the Eagles. I think Dallas Goedert gets over 44.5. Now we're on to some fun bets. These are my favorite for the Super Bowl. I bet on everything. I'll give you a few. Coin toss, I'm always going heads. I'm always losing because tails never fails, but I'm going heads. I like heads. I like the Eagles to win the coin toss as well. National Anthem, always another favorite bet of mine. Chris Stapleton is the singer this year. They have this guy, the maestro, who knows this shit, and he's the guy who releases his pick for the National Anthem. I did not look him up at all. Chris Stapleton is a country singer. Luke Bryan did 204 a couple years ago. The past 15 Super Bowls, there's been over 8 times. I remember a couple years ago, I forgot who it was. I think Pink, I bet on the under, and she did Home of the Brave twice. She did And the Home of the Brave, and the Brave, and they counted the double Brave, and I lost. Miserable. I wanted to write everyone a letter on that. It was cheating. I would say it was rigged. But we got Chris Stapleton. Chris Stapleton over 2 minutes and 5 seconds. Luke Bryan did 2 minutes 4 seconds. Chris Stapleton's going to slow it down. You got country. 205 is not that much. I'm taking the over. I predict 2 minutes 8 seconds from Chris Stapleton. Commercial to play first. We know M&M's bitched out and got rid of all their spokes candies, and they got Maya Rudolph, and they're going to try to make some big scene with Maya Rudolph at the Super Bowl. We know that. But fuck them. Doritos plus money. We know Doritos always comes hard in the Super Bowl. Doritos at plus 105. M&M's at minus 135 for first commercial played. Fuck Maya Rudolph. Fuck M&M's. Doritos plus money. We ride Doritos train. Next, we got first song Rihanna plays. Rihanna's the halftime singer. We also got What She's Wearing, but I'm doing the first song. Got a bunch of bangers, Rihanna. We all like Rihanna. Good halftime show, probably. I'm going Umbrella at 6-1. Under my umbrella, Ella, A. 6-1. I like Umbrella. I know it's been a while, but it's old people watching the Super Bowl. They need to have a song they kind of know. We got Gatorade Bath. Gatorade Bath's always a good one. It depends who you're rooting for. That's where you're going on. Who you think is going to win is where you're going with the Gatorade Bath. If you think it's going to be the Chiefs, you're taking orange or red. If you think it's going to be the Eagles, you're going lime, green, yellow. Could go clear.
We now interrupt these messages and draw out suspense for who blank will pick as the Super Bowl champion with some TikToks I like. This is some TikToks I like.
Ota asni, scoop no, rat no, usna. Ota the girl them as well. Boom.
Hey, I thought you were really cute. Could I get your Snapchat?
Sorry, I'm kind of only into taller guys.
Oh, okay.
I thought that was a lemon drop. I didn't think it was tequila.
Women are not aroused by dad bods.
No, because women are only aroused by this.
I'm going lime, green, yellow. plus 125 Gatorade color. Which means, of course, you know where I'm going. I'm going Eagles minus 1.5 and money line. Fly, Eagles, fly. Good for Kaufman. Kaufman continues to dominate. Kaufman goes on the ski trip. Kaufman sees LeBron break the records. Kaufman goes to the Super Bowl. Eagles win the Super Bowl. Kaufman's in a loving relationship, and he's happy. Good for Kaufman. Kaufman up. Kaufman back. Eagles back. Eagles fly, fly, fly.
Welcome back. Get it? See what I did there? It's time for Artificial Intelligence, Rise of the Machines! Today, I have some fun new artificially intelligent shenanigans I know you are going to love. Maybe not as much as a poem about Isaac living in a hole, but here goes nothing. First up, I'd like to introduce you all to Stable Diffusion. Stable Diffusion is a deep learning text-to-image AI model. It's basically the ChatGPT of creating images, right? You ask it to make you a picture of something, like Obama playing golf on Uranus in a cowboy hat in the style of Matisse, and it quickly pumps out a few images of Obama playing golf on Uranus in a cowboy hat in the style of Matisse. To demonstrate the power of Stable Diffusion, I asked it to create images of Kenya Barris eating his own farts, and the results were objectively better than the film You People, or Coming to America, or Black AF, or the other ones. Next up is Face Dance. You're going to like Face Dance. Face Dance is described as a photo animator app. So in layman's terms, that means you give it a selfie, it turns it a selfie into a dance. It makes it a selfie dance. Check this out. It can make you belch. It can turn you into an ogre. Or a goblin? Pretty funny stuff, right, Kaufman? Guys, this wouldn't be a Super Bowl edition Pig Beaks without a halftime show. So we didn't stop there. We've got a third and final piece of artificial intelligence, Rise of the Machines. In honor of the Super Bowl, we asked ChatGPT to write us a song about y'all. And it goes a little something like this. Yeah, Vivek, Danny, Isaac, they're the guys. Shammer, Kaufman, Avi never tries. Ginsburg, Saul Gold, Dan Bernatsky too. All the virgins with nothing to do.
I want it that way, but life's not fair. All these losers with no one to care. Never been loved, never been kissed. Just a group of virgin misfits.
They spend their days just dreaming away, hoping for love, but it never comes their way. They're all so lonely, they're all so blue. Just a bunch of losers with nothing to do.
I want it that way, but life's not fair. All these losers with no one to care. Never been loved, never been kissed. Just a group of virgin misfits.
But deep down inside, they know it's true. They'll find someone special to see them through. Until that day, they'll keep dreaming on, hoping and praying that they'll find love.